Jack Cowell, John Cowell, but everybody calls me Jack, it knows me.
And what branch of service were
Oh,
you in?
I was in high school in my senior year. I thought I'd join the service. I come down to Columbus for my exam. They said, what do you want, Army, Navy, Marines? I said, I'll take the Navy. So I done my training at Great Lakes, was up Green Bay, and was there, and went to, from Green Bay, went to Shoemaker, California, and there's being some destroyer escorts being built, and there's 6 of them, so we got one, and we got it, and went down to San Diego on a shakedown cruise. Was down there 30 days, and from there we went overseas after we loaded up with ammunition, loaded up with everything, torpedoes, depth charges, and any aircraft gun. And let's see, what else? When we was overseas, we went to Honolulu first and had a couple of days, little leave there. And then from there we went to Saipan and Guam. That's where we worked out of mostly, to take the Army and Marines to different islands when we was in combat. And we used what's called ping duty, destroyer escorts. We'd escort different ships around. And I was in Signal Corps. And I went to, first place we went was down in in the Solomon Islands, down around Guadalcanal. The first time we was down there, we did pick up contact with the Japanese sub and used depth charges. They used it for that. My combat station was on a 200 millimeter anti-aircraft gun. I was a sight setter. And so we went a lot of different islands. All over. We had about 18 different islands in South Pacific. And we went down another time after come back to what's called ping duty to Guam or Saipan, pick up some Army and Marines. And we went to back down to Solomon Islands again and took some Army guys in, I guess it was. And they said there's a couple thousand Japs on this island, so they just machine gunned it the heck out of it. And until the guys in and escorted them. And then from there we come back and escorted some more ships. We hit Leyte. When we hit Leyte, that was the first time we hit the Philippines. And besides that, I remember that about 50 years later, I got a citation or an honor thing from the Philippines, from liberating the Philippines. They give you a piece of paper and a medal for that. And then from then we went to different islands. We'd hit different places. I don't know what's called. How many different islands he was. They hit out there. There's a lot of them. 18 different ones we was at though. And then from there we went to up to what was it? Iwo Jima. We hit that next. And from the shore battle, that's how I lost my hearing, left ear from concussion. Up there, they'd shoot at us from the beach, you know. But then we took some Marines in there up there that time, and then they opened fire with the shore battery. And about I think it was like about the second or third time, they wiped them out. The Army Marines got rid of them then. And from there, we went up to Okinawa, and that was the hardest hit up there. And we was up there, and we saw a lot of our ships get hit up. That was a serious place up there. And we shot some planes down up there. They was coming in like crazy. 40-some days we was up there on combat.
Did you personally shoot down some planes?
Yes.
How many did you shoot down?
A lot of, I couldn't tell you how many we shoot at them. And the first time we come out, we had, there's one coming right ahead of us. And I saw him, I had my sights on him, and I opened up fire on him. He's a little bit high, but then Captain called down, because I had earphones on. And he said, why did you shoot so quick? I said, I wanted a wall of lit up there for him to run into. But whether he got him or not, he went somewhere else, or we got to go. There'd be a lot of planes come out at the time. A lot of different planes come out like crazy. Like I said, 40-some days he's up there on that. And then after the war was over, then we took an admiral up to Japan, and we was up there in about a typhoon up there. We've been in about 2 or 3 typhoons, but that was the worst we was ever in. Oh, I didn't tell you. No, I'll finish that. Anyhow, while I was up there during the typhoon, our destroyer would rock 70 degrees.
Wow. Before
it go over. We was rocking 50 during that typhoon up there. It was bad. And another place where I was really scared the worst was when we was out to what's called ping duty around the islands after we take the Army Marines in. We'd patrol around the islands, you know. And this one plane come out and dropped a flare right over top of us. Now, that's the first time I really prayed hard. I really did. Hit me hard. First time I was really scared. But then we was ready in case something happened, but nothing happened, so it was a good thing. But anyhow, they went up to Japan and after took the admiral in it, and come back down to, I think it was, come back down to Guam. They went back to the Philippines, not the Philippines, but Honolulu. And then went discharged from there to, they was on strike at San Diego, where we was going to come in, but we had to go up to Puget Sound up in Seattle. So we was up there, and then we got a 30-day leave, then go home, and then come back, get discharged on point system, they called it then.
What was the name of your ship?
Oh, destroyer, Cummings, USS Cummings,
Were you on that the entire time?
all the time, from the time it was being built.
So all the way to the end?
Mm-hmm.
Did it end up serving in the Korean War, do you know?
Yes, because it was, I know I got some letters on it, because my daughter works down here in Columbus, and she got some information on it, and it went to different islands. Oh, and I should tell another thing, but I never did. They sent us to, what was it, by New Guinea and Australia, there's some island, and they wanted to send someone over to see how much air power they had there. So we went over as a decoy. I never did this to nobody. I shouldn't. My first time I ever said it. And we took an empty passenger ship, like a combat ship, like a decoy. And we went to this place. They never come out, only one plane. So I'm glad. So we come back. Well, that's when we was low on supplies. I never said anything, but we didn't have nothing. Rice and tomato juice for about several weeks, almost a month. But we come back to Australia and we got loaded up frozen mutton. They put up on ship, we ate that then for a while.
Wow.
And,
What was your rank when you...
in the Signal Corps.
Signal Corps?
Yeah.
Goes on in our church.
What do you think honor flight?
Oh, it was great. Couldn't be better.